while. I think it's about a month or so. So I'll just kind of run through my process again if you haven't been here with me before. So the way that I work is I pull someone at the top. So if they're at the top of my screen, and the top of my screen can look different to the top of your screen, because I do everything on my phone and you might be on a laptop. I will work with that person until the next person up, and that has been the fairest way for me to work in all the years that I'm doing it. It just gives everyone a chance to get a reading. What else? Try and relax, okay? Because if you're here with me, then there's a very good reason that. Sorry, there's people coming to my house now, so that'll probably be a bit loud. But if you're here with me, then it means that Spirit is going to find a way to speak to you. Spirit is going to find a way to get a message to you. So try and relax and let your heart be open, is what I always say. I write the names down because I forget them when I'm in flow. Other than that, that's it, I think. Okay, so hello to everyone who's just come in. I've never got the chance to watch you live, and I love you. You've helped me so much. Oh, Kelly, I'll write you down. Flattery will get you everywhere, Kelly. Okay. So, like I said, try and relax as best as you can, because there will always be a message here for you in some form or other. Right. So, Kelly, release shame. If you've been shamed for being sensitive or anything else, tell yourself, I'm ready to release the shame. I'm a lovable, caring person. Now, this is always a case where somebody else has passed their shame down onto you. You know what I mean? It's always a case where somebody either struggled with being sensitive or being open, or whatever it is that the way that you're living your life is triggering for somebody else because they are not living authentically. So if it's a case in your life, my love, where you have felt shamed by others, especially when you were younger growing up, and it's coming up for you in some way now, this is your opportunity to look it in the eye now and say, okay, this doesn't reflect my best interests anymore. This is not helpful to me. This is not progressing me anymore, to hold on to this story that somebody else made up about me. Okay, so as an adult now, you have the opportunity to look back and say, I was actually doing the very best I could, and I was being as myself as I could be. And if people have a problem with that, then that is their problem and not mine. So if it's coming up for you right now that people are kind of pointing fingers at you or making you feel less than for being who you are, I really, really want you, first of all, to take a step back from these kind of people. And this kind of behavior can be rife around this time of year because we're spending more time with people and with family and friends and that. And if there's old triggers, then they're going to come up to say hi. So what I want you to do is give yourself some space from anyone that makes you feel less than, anyone that makes you feel like old triggers, to take a step back from them and then pour all the love into yourself, Kelly, okay? And the devil in reverse. So you're actually coming out of those patterns. You're coming out of that energy of people trying to pull you down, pull you back, make you feel small, which is great. So if it comes up now that somebody is trying to push your buttons, or they're trying to make you feel like they did years ago, you now have the resources to say, that's actually their shit. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm going to stay centered in my own heart, and I'm going to stay centered in the love that I have for myself. And then new opportunities will start to present themselves to you. New areas in your life for work, for play, ways that you feel happy. But it will come from you doing that work of, yeah, no. You know, like in the movie, is it the Black Panther, where he says, we don't do that here. You know, that's what you're going to be saying now inside yourself. We don't do that here. There's no shaming here anymore. All right, my love. Jules. hope that made sense. This resonates so much, Marlene. I'm really learning to love myself again and rely on myself. Thank you so much. That's brilliant. Keep on in that way now, my love. So, Jules, we have 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So the 3 of Pentacles is kind of, people are interested in you. They're interested in what you're about. They're interested in working with you. They're interested in helping you, providing stuff for you. But for some reason, you're kind of, you're not open to it, or you're nervous about it, or you feel like, could I really trust these people? And you're being asked to look at that a bit more closely. Look at why it's there. Look at why you're kind of entertaining that still. Especially if it's an old story, spill water over everything. Especially if it's an old story, Jules. Where can you let that go? Where can you actually trust yourself that the people that do want to help you and do want to draw close to you don't have an agenda? Sometimes we carry that stuff from the past, especially if we've been raised by parents that put conditions on their love for us, or we've been in relationships where conditions were put on us. I love you if. And then if we color outside the lines, we're rejected or punished in some way. Does that make sense? And 8 of Cups in reverse. Don't resist the natural moving on of something. Don't try to hold on to it. Don't try to hold on to a situation or people that it's time to let go. It's time to move on to a new chapter in your life. You know, if you keep clinging, you're not going to let anything new in. Like when you're clenching onto something, your hands are closed. When you open out and you let go, then there's room for stuff to come back towards you, if that makes sense. And we have 4 of Wands in reverse. So if there's been kind of trouble in paradise romantically or in relationships in general, where you've been disappointed or the promises that were made have not come about, give yourself grace for trying. Give yourself grace for putting your heart out there. But then see it for what it is. Sometimes, especially as women, we're raised to be people-pleasing. We're raised to be peacemakers. We're raised to make nice, you know, giving people way more leeway than they have actually earned. And we hang on way too long. So you need to kind of look at that coldly now with logic and kind of go, what are the signs here? What am I actually getting back? Why am I hanging on so tight to something or someone that is not giving me what I need? And give yourself what you need, you know? Aaron B. Hello, Aaron. Okay, Aaron. Okay, Aaron. So we have discovery. So, and the number 8. So it's like he's mining for gold. Okay. Now, anyone, if you know anything about panhandling or mining for gold, it's dirty, aggressive work because people are pushing you out of the way and they want to get to the gold before you. So if you're finding, Aaron, that people are competing with you right now, or you feel that you're behind in some way, or you feel like, oh, they're much further ahead than me, slow all of that down and focus on your own little patch. Okay, focus on where you are right now. And then put all your energy into that. Stop looking at other people or being online and looking at people doing the same stuff you're doing or whatever and getting upset with it, or looking at other people and you think they're further along than you are. That is going to keep you so stuck because you're going to have this energy of this. There's going to be envy there. There's going to be disappointment there. And all that's going to do is bring more of the same to you. So when you focus on your own patch and when you say to yourself, where I am is enough, what I'm doing is enough, that's when you find the gold. And it doesn't matter what other people are doing then, because you'll find the gold that you need and decrease. So again, you need to water your own patch. There is definitely something in your life where either you've given a lot of your power away and you're it feels like you're dried out. Do you know when you just get to that point where you just feel like you've nothing else to give? You need then to really focus on yourself. If you feel that people are getting the best of you all the time and then you're exhausted at the end of the day, or you have no joy in yourself, you really need to take some time and check in with yourself and check in with why you're doing that, okay? Sue Ann, some of these behaviors stem way back, you know, and we carry them beyond where it's useful to us. Okay, Sue Ann. So we have stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Now, you have guardians with you. You have people in spirit taking care of you. And it might feel stormy and it might feel like, you know, everyone else is kind of pulling at you and you just need to stay focused. And I feel this is a strong message. You need to stay focused. You need to hone in your energy and it's like, okay, I'm going to say what I mean. I'm going to step into my power here. I'm going to do what needs to be done for me. And oftentimes when we do that, my love, whether it's health, relationships, or relationship with ourselves, the people around us that have been used to us sabotaging ourselves and not sticking to anything, they're going to get like a big scary wake up then, because it's like, oh no, she's doing something that I should be doing. Let's try and yank her back down a bit. And that's where then you'll have people around you that will tell you all the scary stories and you shouldn't do this because, but you've got to be really focused and you've got to focus on your own light and move forward in that way. Cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. So there's a washing away of something. There's a letting go of some version of yourself that hasn't been working. You'll see the kind of people that are really about you now. When you start making those kind of changes, the people that are really about you will be the ones clapping for you. The ones that want to keep you the way you were will be the ones that will get the loudest and will be talking from fear and lack. Now it's up to you to have compassion in your heart for where they are, but you don't let that take you off track. That makes sense? Apricot. Jalapeno. Okay. Good. Okay. So, all right. So Ace of Swords is a great card for, yes, there's momentum happening. Something is moving around communication, intellect, something that you're thinking about, something that you've manifested through thought is coming forward. Now, when that comes forward, you need to be ready. Okay, you need to be ready for the opportunity. If you've asked for it, you've spoken into existence, here it comes. Now it's up to you to get momentum going as well and be in the flow of that and not talk yourself out of it, okay? So the wheel in reverse. You may have felt that nothing has changed for a while, Apricot. You may have even felt that you were stuck or nothing good could happen to you. But this is a new opportunity now, and you need to speak more about what you want and not what you don't. If you change one thing for me today, do that. Do that. Speak more about what you want. Even something simple as like, this tea is too hot, you know? This tea is not quite cold enough for me. And you go and you change it. You don't complain. Okay, you don't complain because your words are very powerful. Right now you are like manifesting rapidly with what you are speaking into existence. Excuse me. So you need to be very clear and you can't afford the luxury of a negative thought right now. Page of Wands. A lot of your energy, a lot of your fire, your potential for new and exciting and vibrant, you're holding back. It's like you're afraid. You're afraid to show who you really are. You're afraid to really let your light shine. You need to stop being afraid. You need to show up as fully you as you can. And showing up as fully you as you can means following your passions, following what lights you up, doing what lights you up, being with people who light you up. And you need to give yourself permission to do that, my love. And if it's been a case where you've been in your head for a long time and now spirit are moving things for you that it's actually coming into physical form, don't be afraid of that. Spirit will only ever give you what you can handle. And if you're getting impulses and ideas to do something, to learn something, to move in a certain way, know that you'll be fully equipped to do that. Your part is to just show a bit of excitement and a bit of courage and get on and do it. Okay? Aoife Brady. Okay, so for those of you that may be just on, the way that I read is I take the person at the top of my screen, which is on a phone, so it might be different to your laptop. When I finish with that person, it's the next person at the top of the screen. I only write the names down because I forget them when I'm in flow. Right, Aoife. 2 of Wands in reverse. Now, the 2 of Wands energy is about possibly travel, following your passions, something new, something that's maybe outside your comfort zone a bit, but excites you. Now, if that comes up in reverse, it means you're holding out on yourself. Now, this seems to be a theme here today. You're holding back. My feeling with you is you're holding back because you don't want to upset somebody else. You don't want to shake the apple cart, so to speak. But my love, what is it costing you to stuff this down? What is it costing you to not live your dream? What is it costing you to not start the project or start the thing that you really want to do? We stay in comfort zones and sometimes we make it about other people, but it's really about ourselves. Because if we take that leap and we push ourselves out there, we leave ourselves open for criticism, for laughter, for scorn. My whole life is that. My whole life has been that. I am the odd duck in my family. I'm the eldest of 10. But nobody could tell me. Once I made up my mind, I just became so fixated on what I needed to do. And yeah, it was lonely at times. And yeah, I get misunderstood all the time. But not all the time. But you know, people can be wary of me. And that's okay with me. That's okay with me because the people that take the time to get to know me or look past the sort of almost persona of psychic medium healer and actually get to know Marlene that's underneath that, then if people take the time to do that, then I'm all about that. You know what I mean? Great. But if people are taking you at surface level at the moment or underestimating you, Aoife, you need to step away from that. 4 of Pentacles, you're coming out of that energy of being fearful, of hoarding, of listening to other people's negativity, of letting other people's negativity poison your well. You're done. All right, you're done. So you really need to now to fully commit to that being doneness, if you know what I mean. Melissa from New York. That was an awful attempt to add a New York accent there. Right, my darling Melissa. Okay. Melissa, so we've Archangel Michael in reverse, and that's truth, protection, and clarity. So where are you unclear at the moment, Melissa? And we have Jeremiah, reflections, visions, and dreams, and the number 11. And I love the, look at that. The eye over the heart, and almost going down into the solar plexus as well. Okay. If you're lacking clarity, right? A lot of the times, Melissa, when we're lacking clarity and when we feel sort of vulnerable and unprotected, makes a lot of sense to make a big jump recently, not everyone. Welcome. But if we're feeling sort of vulnerable and we're feeling unprotected, oftentimes it's the stuff we're telling ourselves in our head. We're replaying stories or we're reading stories and we're letting ourselves be scared. We're watching things. on television or whatever, and we're building up this image of what the world is in our mind, and what your reticular activating system then will do, which is what's in your subconscious that acts as your filtration system, that will say, okay, she's really focused on these scare stories. Let's give her more because she loves this. Let's give her more, and let's give her the proof of that what she's looking at is true, because you can always find the proof. You can always live in the reality. There's millions of versions of you, millions of opportunities for you to choose different, all in this moment right now. So come down into your heart, come down into your gut, and kind of say, is this really true? Is this noise in my head actual, provable reality right now? Where I am, in my chair, wherever you are right now, Melissa, what's true? You're looking at me. I'm looking at you with my heart. We're all here together in this space, and there's only love flowing here. Now, you are 1,000,000,000 times more powerful than you're giving yourself credit for right now. And I want you to look at all the times that you've been in scary situations, and I want you to look at it from a vaulted position where you scan out and you zoom out and you see the whole picture. And I guarantee you that no matter how scary, you were okay. And I guarantee you, no matter how awful, there was somebody nice there. There was somebody that was kind. There was somebody that looked out for you. It is always the way that it is. So you don't have to be scared. You just have to shift your perspective to, I'm always taken care of. I'm God's favorite. I'm God's beloved child. I'm created purely to delight in this world. Show me all the delights. Start to say that. Show me all the delightful things that are there. Show me all the loving people. Show me all the wonderful people. Show me how good this life can get for me. Shift away from wherever it is you've been focusing, and you'll live in a different world, Melissa. I promise. Deborah Ann Fraley. Nice to see you too. Deborah Ann. Deborah Ann, okay. You need to open your heart to the possibility of good things coming. Okay? This is in reverse. This is like all the good things coming. All the work you've done, all of the efforts that you've made, and the sacrifices that you've made, and the tears you've cried, and the sweat you've sweated is now getting ready to come to fruition for you. You have to stop being scared of good things happening to you, okay? If you've been used to, if I stay sort of disappointed, then I won't fall too far and be massively disappointed. I want you to lift your energy a bit, and I want you to start saying, oh my God, good things happen to me all the time. Everywhere I go, people are helpful. Everywhere I go, people want to be nice to me. Good things are flowing to me all the time. I welcome it in. Okay? If you're struggling with being afraid of being too happy, I want you to start saying, the better it gets, the better it gets. Okay? The better it gets, the better it gets. Tell the scary stories, go and play in the swings for a while. Say, look, I know you're there because you think you're protecting me, but I'm a big girl now. Go on away and play for a while. Talk to your mind like that. You're putting the burdens down, right? You're getting ready now to let go of all those burdens that are not yours. Walk them on the floor and walk away from them, okay? Walk away from the burdens, walk away from the pressures, walk away from all the stuff that people have been expecting you to carry, and move forward with a much gladder heart. Again, the magician in reverse. You have everything that it takes. You are fully stocked. You came in here fully stocked. You are a magnificent manifester. But right now you're manifesting from fear. You're manifesting from, oh no, what if this happens? That's the vibe that you're putting out. That's what you'll keep on pulling in, all these annoying things. Now you start to say, fuck, I'm really powerful. And you start drawing infinity symbols over everything. And you're like, everything I want comes to me. Everything I want comes to me. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Anything you want, imagine you're doing your infinity symbol, because that's the symbol that you got there. Our infinity symbol. I want you to do that. And I want you to believe it's happening. I want you to believe you're that powerful, because you are. If I told you right now, everything you say, you just do this over it and it'll come to you, you'd be very fucking mindful of what you were saying. Excuse my French. You wouldn't be letting any complaining thoughts go out of your mouth. You'd be careful. You'd be saying, okay, if I want more of this, or do I want more of this, you know? Thank you, my friend. That's my signature sign, the infinity symbol. No way. Oh, I love it. Mentally use it now. Mentally use it. Draw it over things. Even in your mind, draw it over people. Draw it over places as well, because we all need your power, girl. Amy Chanel, I am open to receive whatever the universe has for me at this time. What is it that you need to know? What is it that you need to know? Or what is it that you need to know? Amy Chanel. Okay. If we were just playful like that Indigo Roses, you know, if we just went around bibbidi bobbidi boo and everything, we'd have so much more. Okay, Amy. Ooh, I did a big huge sweep for your name there. Okay, Amy, Page of Wands. This is what's running through the messages today. This is like knowing your power, knowing what you want, going after it, being lit up, being creative, being in your juicy, joyful, let's play, let's have fun, let's create, let's see what we can do. It's that kind of energy. Anyone or anything, Amy, that's pulling you away from that kind of joyful, fizzy energy, it's a no. It's a no, okay? Ten of Swords. You've come out of like the rock bottom. You've come out of the energy of being let down. People have disappointed you. It could be a relationship that they just didn't give you what you need, and now you're being asked to let that go and step fully into your own power, your own energy. What do I want? What makes me happy? And you check in, Amy, with yourself all the time. Do I want to eat this? Does it light me up? Does it make me happy? If it's a no, then you find something that makes you happy and you find something that lights you up. Even those small things, okay? But I really want you, because I can feel sadness and I can feel weird swirling energy with you. You need to dump out other people's energy, because I can feel it in my ribs, okay? You really need to go in the shower and say, wash me clean. Where you're not breathing. Oh my God, girl, please breathe. Ace of Cups. There's beautiful energy waiting to come into you if you can just let it in. Love yourself first. Amy, please spend time every day saying, Amy, you are so wonderful. Thank you for all that you've gone through to get me to where I am. You're fucking amazing. Maybe not swear. I want you to do that over and over and over again until it feels like the most natural thing in the world to say, well done now, Amy, girl. Well done, you're brilliant. I want you to be so full of faith about yourself that it can't help but magnetize back to you. King of Wands. And then here comes Mr. Sexy Pants. Okay? Or if you're into girls, Mrs. Sexy Pants. This is the energy of someone like incredibly magnetic, hot, you know, somebody like with a lot of charisma, just very sexy energy, right? This is what's available to you, but you need to put the past behind and stop poking the bear. All right, I have to get out of here now, so I'll do Clodagh and then I'll do Indigo Roses after that. All right, so I'll do Clodagh, Indigo Roses. Do you want to give me your name, or I'll just write you down as Indigo? My son is back and he uses this room, so I'll have to go. All right, Claude. So we have the High Priestess. Now, she's in reverse, so you're not listening to yourself. The High Priestess is all about knowing. You know something's going on, or someone is not giving you the full picture, the full information, but instead of actually bringing that out and kind of saying, here, you're like, I pretend I don't know. We've all been there. But at least don't fool yourself. At least don't fool yourself. Go in with your eyes wide open. All right? And the Sun. So this is a beautiful card. This is the energy of things working out for you, things going your way. Happy opportunities, happy coincidences. So whatever you've been doing with your energy, Claudia, keep it going, because you're on the right path, and this is a beautiful energy that you're bringing. You might be just keeping secrets for now, but be mindful of those. Something a little bit out of balance. Temperance is all about the flow, again, the infinity symbol. And maybe with someone around you, maybe you're taking on the energy of someone, or maybe it's somebody that is constantly leaning on you. They're going back and doing the same things over and over again, and you're like, oh my God, maybe time to step back a little bit. Yeah, Six of Swords. It might be time to kind of move on. And you've been delaying it because you're kind and you're loving, but it might be a situation where, for your own benefit and for their benefit in the long term, you might just need to keep it pushing. All right? And look after yourself. Okay, Indigo. Okay, so we have Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles is kind of like when you're in meh. You know, when you're in that energy of what's the point? And you just feel kind of blah. And it's like, you know, you're kind of wallowing a little. And we all do that. But you're being asked now, all right, it didn't work out, but it's a redirection. And Spirit wants you to keep the faith. All right. It might seem a bit disappointing right now, but there's something better ahead. And if you can keep your energy on, okay, I'm a beloved child of the universe, so this is obviously something great is coming. I'll keep my heart open. Stay out of this energy. This is the energy of, why me? Why am I always left behind? Why am I always left outside? Why do people always take a dump on me? Like I said earlier, your reticular activating system will be like, oh, she talks about this a lot. Let's give her more reasons to believe that people take a dump on her. You need to get in there and you need to go, okay, yeah, it was hurtful, it was disappointing, but are we going to bang that drum forever? Or are we going to get going now and make a beautiful life for ourselves? Okay? So there's just the energy of dusting yourself off and not giving too much energy to what didn't work. Okay, sweetheart? I shuffled it and she came out again. Be very mindful of that energy. If it's not you that's doing it, if you have somebody around you who's all woe is me and everything goes wrong and you're nodding along, you're agreeing to that energy. Okay? You're agreeing to it. So you need to say to yourself, because that feels like a pipeline, so you need to say to yourself, okay, yeah, not me. Not in my reality. I want you to say that in your head. And again, balance coming out. So look at where you're out of balance with giving. Look at where you're giving so much and nothing's coming back. All right, my love, you really, really need to look at that and you need to correct it, because you're doing too much and it's gonna catch up with you. There is a friend of mine that I don't want to abandon, but I can feel High Priestess in reverse, that her energy towards me has gone dark. Okay, and it's true, she's leaning and makes the same mistakes. Yeah, you see, when somebody is like that, they're basically telling you, I'm not going to change, but I just really love your energy. You know, and in that situation then, you need to kind of, it's not abandoning them, but you have to understand that you're abandoning yourself over and over. Sorry, you're abandoning yourself over and over when you let yourself be dragged into that sucky energy. Okay, so what I want you to do is just start practicing with If she messages you now, say, and it's a big, long, sad story, I literally been saying that myself, am I going to abandon myself? Or you can't do it anymore now. It's too costly for you. I want you to start experimenting with something like, in your own version, God love you. I'll say a prayer for you. Wishing you the best. Thinking of you. Hearts. You're out of there. If she kind of comes back with, if it's through the phone and she's coming back with, that was a very short message. You kind of go, do you know what? I've been taking a break from my phone for my mental health. And step all the way back. Okay? Leave her get angry. That's her business. And then really work on loving yourself. Take Epsom salt baths. Keep your energy really clear. Wear a crystal if you need to. And just imagine, you know, the cords are cut and she's living her best life. But you have to extricate yourself little by little. And if she's not getting that feed from you anyway, if she's not getting all of the negative dumping, then she's not going to be interested in you for long. She might lash out for a while, but then she'll find somebody else to do that with. Okay? Yeah? Because if she's not changing, what's the point? You're just draining yourself. And remember what I said. If you're nodding along, you're agreeing to that energy. So whatever she's talking about, if you're nodding along, you're agreeing to it, which means more of it's going to come to you. Okay? She's been a good friend to me for a while, and I suppose I feel a bit vulnerable. See, really look at that, the good friend for a while. Why was she a good friend? Was she a good friend because you were in the horrors and it was like that in itself is kind of an addictive thing for her? Was she a good friend when things were going really well for you? You need to pick that apart and get to the root of it. I had to do that too. And it's hard. And we pretend in our heads that they're different people and they're not. And you have to get very, very honest. All right? You can do it. I believe in you, Clodagh. Right, I have to go before I get dragged out by the head. Lots of love to you. See you soon. Bye.